Hola guys, how are you? Good day to my subscribers over here in YouTube, out there at Facebook, and also on TikTok. Guys, in this vlogger episode, I'd like to discuss a question emanating from a lot of you out there, saying that the sports card community or this industry that we are all in right now is on a decline. Tama ba o mali? Is it correct or not? But before I answer that, I'd like you to please follow me over at Instagram. That would be at Tim Duncan 21 underscore card collector. And also please follow my Facebook page. That would be Revy by Use Hobby Vlogs. Alright? So without further ado, let's discuss the question that I've thrown to you, or you have asked yourselves with. Is the sports card community, is the hobby that we are in right now on a decline or not? Let's go. Alright guys, have you noticed that a lot of resellers nowadays, especially in the Philippines, we're talking about in the Philippines, are transferring to Pokemon? Alright? And they're not abandoning NBA cards per se, because basketball is the ultimate sport in the Philippines. But to be honest with you, the sports card industry is not on a free fall. So alam natin na from the pandemic, medyo bumaba ang sales, bumaba ang values ng sports cards, which is understandable because a lot of collectibles actually are now down versus those that the time when we are in the pandemic, in COVID. Bumaba na sila, and that is expected because COVID's prices are extravagant and are actually fake. Alright? Kasi merong mga circumstances why all prices of collectibles went up in value, even watches, even gold. The reason why is because a lot of people have time to look over the internet, and also they have all the money kasi nagbigay ng pera ang US government. Alright? So nagkaroon ng pera, so nagkaroon ng influx of money. So they had to buy collectibles. A lot of people actually bought collectibles. So, right. So, ngayon medyo nagbago na yung tema kasi nga hindi na tayo nasa pandemic. So, medyo bumaba na nga yung value. It has stabilized. That's what I'm going to say. Stabilize na yung presyo. So, kumbaga, nagtama na. But not boxes of but not the SRP of boxes. Mataas pa rin siya. Hindi ganun kataas, but it is still expensive versus pre-COVID. Alright? So, let me discuss that further mamaya. But let us discuss first, why is the NBA cards community on a decline? Number one, because since Wembanyama came in, pangit ang rookie crops since that year. So 2023 to 2024 and today's 2024 to 2025. Pangit ang rookie crop. Wala kang masyado naririnig na magaling na player outside of Victor Wembanyama. The problem with number two, the problem is that Wembanyama has signed with Top. So wala siyang autograph sa naka-Spurs jersey siya na licensed ng NBA. So syempre, yung mga collectors would kind of medyo lalayo, would actually not get boxes right now because walang naka-Wembanyama na naka San Antonio. I watched this video a few hours back wherein a YouTuber opened a box of 2023 to 2024 National Treasures basketball, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't even touch that product because wala naman Wembanyama autos doon. Walang LeBron autos. Ang makukuha mo lang na pwede kang manalo doon would be a Luka Doncic, a Steph Curry. Even with those players, talo ka. most probably you wouldn't get your money back. Unlike with wrestling, unlike with football and baseball. Alright, let me discuss kung bakit hindi bagsak ang sports card industry. Basketball ang bagsak, but not the sports card industry per se, because of the fact that football and American football and the ano bang MLB, the American baseball and American football, hindi sila bagsak. And the NFL and the MLB, that's what I'm trying to say, they're not down, because sa MLB you have Paul Skeens and you have Shohei Ohtani, to name a few. There's Gunnar Henderson as well, and a slew of others that I don't know because I'm not into baseball, but I could see that there in that community that they have, especially with football, sobrang lakas. In the 2024 season for football, they have Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels. Alright? So, makikita ninyo doon sa Card Hedger app, pag binuksan nyo yun, ang top 5 cards na nando doon na lalabas ka agad-agad when you open the app would be mostly football players. Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels. Alright? So, we also have Tua. We also have Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, Josh Allen, and CJ Stroud for football. Sobrang lakas ng football right now. And even though mataas ang SRP ng boxes, the breakers could actually handle the influx of the collectors there. So, ganun din if ever na ang basketball would have a good set of rookies or sets of rookies. Ang problema, hindi. Outside of Wembanyama, as I mentioned, wala akong nakikitang kahit na katiting or even half of a generational talent. So, right now, that would lead to a decline, just like the 2000 to 2001 draft of the NBA, wherein a lot of collectors transferred to Magic the Gathering. You don't know that, right? But they did. A lot of people transferred to Magic the Gathering and also Pokemon at that time. And during the time of the lockout, the lockout during the 2000s, which is during the 2010 or 11, 2011 and 12, bagsak din ang basketball cards noon because Panini can't feature rookies in their products. So, bumagsak din siya. Kukunti ang collectors noon. At that point in time, I don't know where they went. No? The resellers went or the collectors went. But maraming tumigil at that time. Alright? So, do I think that I should transfer to TCGs? Alright? Magic is kind of on a status quo. Hindi tumataas, hindi rin bumababa. But with Pokemon, with One Piece, especially with Pokemon, sobrang daming resellers, sobrang daming speculators doon sa market na yon. We have this new product called the Prismatic Revolutions, and meron ding nilalabas na Journey Together. Ang Pokemon makers, no? Pokemon card makers, lahat yon sold out. A lot of scalpers are trying to get their hands on that product, and they're driving the unopened boxes to a frenzy. So, nagkakaroon ng price frenzy yung Pokemon market right now, and a lot of the collectors, the resellers and the collectors are transferring from the NBA, especially the Philippines, I'm talking about in the Philippines, to Pokemon. But that could be short-lived. I'm not saying that you should not go into Pokemon, but alam niyo kung ba't ko nasabi na baka short-lived yung hype? It's because of the fact that it happened to Magic already before. So when the resellers and the collectors, the resellers went to Magic, dumami yung resellers over the players. Kasi pagkukonti ang players, that would be short-lived. With Pokemon right now, hindi gaanong marami. The resellers are outnumbering the players. The collectors are also outnumbering the players. Sino ba magde-determine kung ba't mataas yung card? Is it really scarcity? Or is it about the game? Because it's a TCG, it's a trading card game. So, ginagamit yung mga cards for the game. So, yung stability ng presyo would rely on the game itself. Kung kukunti ang players, how would you justify that the prices would be that, yun ang status quo ng prices, hindi na bababa, or hindi natataas. So, I think it's short-lived because of that. But, then again, I might be wrong, but that's the way I see it. Kasi nangyari na nga sa Magic yun. So, it has happened there already, wherein nagkaroon na ng status quo. Kaya hindi na tumataas ang Magic masyado eh. Actually, it's, lalo na pag nagre-release sila ng mga cards na nire-reprint, in a way nire-reprint nila. But it's still part of the game at saka pwede mong gamitin. No, it's not a reprint compared to NBA cards or sports cards. It's a reprinted deck, parang ganon, ginagawa nila yon. It could happen to Pokemon if they don't do that naman. The problem is, sobrang daming ang scalpers. Right now, meron pang store in the US wherein they would be closing they want to be having prismatic evolutions once that set comes in, get sold or naging live na sa stores. Hindi sila magkakaroon kasi alam nila na magkakagulo. It happened to basketball cards, it happened to sports cards during the pandemic wherein nagkakagulo mga tao sa Walmart and sa Target. Alam nyo yon. To those who are in this community during that time, alam nyo na nagkakagulo ang mga scalpers to get their hands on products at that time. It's happening now with Pokemon. So, kaya ako sinabing short-lived, mag-ingat din kayo kasi hindi sigurado yon na parating ganyan. So, I understand why a lot of Filipino collectors or resellers are going to Pokemon because that's where the money is right now. But I'm telling you, the NBA will survive and the cards will survive. It's just cyclical. Babalik din sa dati once merong magandang draft, once na maayos right now, Fanatics yung mga presyo nila, yung mga hot na sets and everything, it will come back full circle. Babalik lang yan. Those saying na maraming breakers, they are actually helping the community. The problem is, sobrang mataas na SRP kaya umuunti-unti yung mga collectors. Right now, there's one more thing na gusto kong sabihin is about the autographs. The autographs right now are hot. The reason why is because of the fact that parallels are 4-player collectors and that is what's lacking right now in the community for all sports cards. Kukonti na ang player collectors right now because of the high prices of boxes. So, ang ginagawa ng mga tao, nagda-divert na lang sila sa mga autographs, which I have been doing since 2005. Alright, so I have seen this, I have predicted this to happen in the long run. Sabi ko, kung tuloy-tuloy natataas ang mga presyo ng mga boxes from 2005 onwards, like exquisite at the time, mawawala yung player collectors, magiging autograph hounds ang karamihan. Kasi hindi lang dahil nandoon na ang pera, because it's a conversational piece. An autograph will always be a conversational piece even though scrub yung player. Unlike with kung mababa ang boxes, mas maraming player collector, mangungulekta ng Nikola Jokic, mangungulekta ng Luka. Right now, after Luka's year, parang nawala yung mga player collectors. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know anyone who's really into Ant-Man na bibrin lahat ng mga Ant-Man cards even though he's that good. Alright? So, yun lang ang masasabi ko. So, don't just jump ship. Study the market where you're jumping ship into. So, napakarami lumilipat sa iba't ibang collectibles right now out of NBA cards. So, wag ganon. Kasi, tingnan din nyo kung ano magagawa ang nangyayari sa NBA cards community, because may pera pa rin dito. It's not going to die. Definitely it's not. It's slowing down, but it will never go kaput, or it will never be dead. Alright, so thank you for watching the vlog, and please do subscribe to the channel, and God bless.